Today, the United Kingdom is in mourning for Queen Elizabeth, its longest-serving monarch, who will be laid to rest next Monday. World leaders are preparing to travel there in the coming days to pay their respects to her memory and to her son, King Charles III. Today, he will be formally proclaimed King of Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. CBS Evening News anchor Norah O'Donnell is there in London. Norah?
Good morning, Margaret. Yeah, it has been an incredibly moving morning here for many in England as Queen Elizabeth II begins her long journey home. This morning, we saw her oak coffin covered with the Royal Standard of Scotland, beginning its slow 6-hour journey from Balmoral Castle to the country's capital of Edinburgh. There were tens of thousands of people lining the roads in tribute to the Queen. The coffin will then rest in the throne room of the Palace of Holyrood. That is Holyrood House. That's actually the official residence of the British monarch in Scotland until Monday afternoon. Then King Charles III and the Queen Consort will arrive Monday as the coffin moves to St. Giles Cathedral, where she will lie in state. And then the new sovereign will then make a tour of the countries that make up the United Kingdom, including Ireland, before the funeral next Monday on September 19th. And you know, Margaret, there has been much said about the people's sentimental attachment to the monarch, the Commonwealth's matriarch, but her reign marked not just for its constancy, but its length of 70 years, and some said, of course, like a living link to World War II. So it's perhaps fitting that the Queen's state funeral will be the first in Britain since Winston Churchill in 1965.
And Norah, I can see behind you there at Buckingham Palace the memorials and the outpouring of sympathy. I wonder what it's like for you being on the ground in what is truly a historic moment.
It is, and you're right. So many people here. Actually, the King is holding meetings here today. And also, people were touched to see the now Prince and Princess of Wales spend nearly an hour meeting with people outside Windsor Castle. A royal source says that Prince William invited his brother, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Harry and Meghan, to join them. And it is the first time we've seen the four together in 2 years. And the academics here in the papers this morning are saying this is a moment that in some ways will never be replicated. A woman whose reign was historic in length, revered for her grace and strength, was also known for her soft power, meeting 13 U.S. presidents, countless world leaders, giving advice and guidance to 15 prime ministers here. And as you know quite well, Margaret, being the first British sovereign to visit Ireland in a century and helping calm tensions there. So many people noting this passing of an era, and of course the world leaders expected to be here next week, the following week, to mourn her at Westminster Abbey. Margaret?
Norah, thank you for your reporting there, and we'll continue to cover that throughout CBS News programs.